Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer Quest with me, Bring It On. So off camera, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole in this game. I meant to do one dungeon after I ended the last episode, and it didn't go so well. It was an undead dungeon, and I didn't pay any attention to that before I went there, and I did not bring the witch hunter, which is a huge mistake. I made it to the final room. I think it was for the Chalice of Battle, which is an item I ended up finding later on that I think the Bright Wizard has. Yeah, this bad boy. So I was in the final room, I was clearing out the enemies, and an ambush triggers. That's not a big deal, it was like a vampire thrall and like some skeletons. The problem was that I couldn't hit any of them, so none of them died. Alright, whatever, next turn it'll be fine. The next turn, another ambush triggered, and this time it was a full-blown Necromancer. Not a Necromancer's Apprentice like we've seen in the series so far, but a full-blown Necromancer. He has 40 health, and he resurrects 3 skeletons per turn. Alright, I can still do this. So I'm continuing to try to fight these guys, and I still can't hit any of the enemies. I think I hit one once, but didn't kill it, because it was the skeletons with like 24 health, the skeletal champions. So the third turn comes. No more spawns. Well, the Necromancer's still spawning enemies. I think three or four per turn. I think it's just 3. Still can't hit anybody. So 3 turns, and I haven't killed a single enemy. And they're still spawning. Fourth turn comes. Third ambush. Another vampire thrall, and more skeletons. And the Necromancer is still spawning enemies. Before my party finally died, I think there's about 40 enemies on the in the dungeon against my four heroes. I put up a good fight outside of not being able to hit anybody, but they survived for a long time. But they did all die. So the 4 that died were the Archmage, the Warrior Priest, Dwarf, Ironbreaker, and maybe the Grey Wizard? I know I ended up losing the Bright Wizard later on as well. Because in my second group, so I went and remade them and tried to get them back to level 3. And something very similar happened. Another undead dungeon. Didn't bring the witch hunter. And I had just gotten him to level 3. It's like, oh, I'll do one more dungeon and get this item real quick. No big deal. And I'd actually sent my Grey Wizard with them at the time to babysit them because he was a higher level. And he also had the legendary staff. Well, they all died. And I lost the legendary staff. Okay, so that's fine. So they all die. I started another group. And their first dungeon at level 1, one of them dies. So I have to restart. Or I leave that dungeon, re-recruit that guy, get him back to level 3, and that's what we have now. All these guys, except for my Marauder died because I decided to do a dungeon before I started recording. So Karg the Mighty died, and he lost his legendary weapon, the Slayer of Kings. So, but I did do another dungeon and ended up getting him a pretty nice weapon. The Slayer of Kings also has a reduced chance to hit and a chance to attack allies. So, he's hitting a lot more. That's nice. But yeah, I've played this quite a bit off camera now. A lot of my characters are much higher level than they were last time. I have a level 4 Bright Wizard, Warrior Priest, Ironbreaker, and Witch Hunter. And also, the Witch Hunter is entirely kitted against fighting the undead. I got rid of his saber, gave him a dagger that has a chance to cause 7 to 10 bonus wounds against undead enemies. Very, very good. He also has new armor and a couple of, well, this amulet's new. And he also has silver bullets. Shots cause +8 wounds against undead enemies, because I'm tired of dealing with undead. They are the hardest dungeons by far. And if you're ever going to face undead, bring a witch hunter. Also have some equipment for my warrior priest that I got off camera. Chalice of Battle. Yeah, I put quite a bit of time into this game off camera, trying to catch back up. Let's continue the quests, the main quest. But yeah, the game can quickly get away from you if you're not careful, especially in undead dungeons where a lot of the elites and mini bosses can spawn more enemies. It can get pretty nasty pretty quick. Alright, so I think I'll bring... I think this will be fine. Well, he's close to leveling up. I wouldn't mind having him instead of the dwarf. Also, a lot of my skills are different, so if I go here... Well, let me go here. Can I escape from this? No. Alright. Alright, apparently size does matter. Philibert Lightdorf has requested that your party retrieve the Boots of Stature. They are a prized heirloom stolen from his family by Orc marauders when Vorgaz Ironjaw killed his grandfather. He believes they will quite literally put him first in line of the Elector Count candidates. Recover the boots, and he'll pay handsomely. 250 crowns is the figure he mentioned. So yeah, when your characters or your heroes level up, their skills aren't set in stone. Well, she's the same because she didn't die. But instead of whatever he had last time, he now has Blood Rage and Sixth Sense. So Blood Rage, the Marauder enters a frenzied rage for the remainder of the turn. Half of the wounds caused whilst under the effect of Blood Rage are returned to the Marauder, healing him. So basically half, he heals like 50% lifesteal. And then Sixth Sense is his passive. The Marauder has a Sixth Sense in combat, allowing him to sense blows before they are thrown. When he is attacked, there is a chance he casually avoids the blow. This ability can only occur once per turn. Most of these are the same. Seer Wounds is the healing spell. Withering Heat is new. The wizard causes a single enemy to get exhausted through overheating, causing them to lose toughness for the duration of the turn. And I think Sigmar's Rally is new. Attempt to teleport all warriors to empty adjacent spaces around the warrior priest. That should be it. But yeah, it was a lot of unfortunate circumstances. I think I'm just gonna use the Reaver bow here. And miss all of the shots. Okay. What's steadfast? I'll need toughness. I want Scourge of Chaos. Oh, that's disappointing. I'll let them come to me. But yeah, ambushes can really put a damper in your plans. And really, it's not even a case of being careful, it's just bad luck, bad RNG. Case in point. Aw, man. I almost killed him with burn. That would have been pretty sweet. So the only legendary weapons I have left are the two that are on the Way Watcher. So that's not going super well. Which is fine. I mean, they are a little strong. So it's fine that they are being lost, I guess. Yeah, this will be fine. I should use Scourge of Chaos first. But it looks like it's working out regardless. If I use Fireball, I can still move after this turn, which I think is the best option. Also, I am taking a liking to sword and board builds over two-handed weapons. They seem to be performing a lot better. Alright. Let's immediately run back here, start hacking guys down. Oh, he has another attack. Sweet. I actually do call the Brave here to avoid getting hit. Well, wasn't really worried about him getting hit in the first place, so. Well, you can cut him down. There we go. Also, I'm starting to like this Z formation a lot more than the box formation that I've been doing, because it opens up my characters to having more attacks. Especially the guys on the ends. Since if we're ambushed, they have a potential to hit or death blow everybody around them. Alright, political shortcomings. Your warriors look upon the large, grinning orc at the center of the throng. The dungeoneers almost drop their weapons and bend at the knee in acquiescence. Almost. Then they notice its feet. Somehow the monster has squeezed its foul-clawed toes into the boots of stature. Such an insult cannot go unanswered. Alright, there's not that many enemies in here. Not a big deal. Let's clear out all this riffraff. That was the boss. Didn't actually mean to target the boss. she should be able to take care of this guy. Perfect. Actually, let's have her try to finish him off if she can. Oh, fireball might do it. Almost. That is a little disappointing. Yep, no way to finish him off. As long as we won't get ambushed. It's alright, this is the ambush I like. It's a bunch of free experience. Not a lot of experience, but also a bunch of gold though. Which is also welcome. Alright, screw use the potion of battle. Kill that guy, or not. Fine. As long as the undead don't start spawning in, we'll be fine. Alright, dungeon complete. Alright, with the orc boss dead, it takes a few minutes to prise the now misshapen boots off the monster's feet. The warriors leave the dungeon with the boots of stature, more or less intact. Alright, Bjorn should level up here. She might as well, nope. Alright, waiting for your party in the daylight is a man whose condescending bearing and richly tailored clothes mark him out as yet another member of the nobility. The man is not alone, flanked by at least 20 guards with sharp swords wearing the same colors as the noble. He conducts himself as if no one is around. You have something I crave. I shall pay double what that flounced light dwarf has promised you. I will not sell the boots to him because I'm a man of my word. The man smiles. You know, I admire your gall. To not only refuse a much better offer, but to do it when you're heavily outnumbered. I only have to order your death and simply take the boots. He then ponders, even as you warriors subconsciously take a fighting stance. No, not today. I shall have to use other means, he says, as if speaking to himself. If I kill you, Lightdorf may act rashly and declare war on Ostermark. Something silly like that. And the last thing I want is the attention of Franz, or one of his lackeys. I can't forward my plans with Helborg or Schwarzhelm breathing down my neck. No. He shakes his head and looks back at your warriors. Very well. You may leave. You're fools, but you may go. Tell Lightdorf that Wolfram Hertwig sends his regards. Further down the road you see a small party dressed in the colors of Philibert Lightdorf. You pass them the boots, and the servant pays your warriors the agreed price. They then mount their horses and gallop off in the direction of Wurtbad. A few typos, a few grammatical errors makes those a little hard to read. As the warriors approach Wurtbad, the Wurtbad city gates, they find themselves flanked by the Sterling Guard. Nothing is said, they simply fall in line around the adventurers and then guide them to the main square, before the town hall and the ominous balcony. The doors to the balcony sweep open, and Philibert Lightdorf steps out in his haughty, resplendent glory. He looks down upon the warriors with a withering stare. Well, you have the boots, I presume, he says. The warriors look at each other, confused. One of them steps forward and explains that they gave the boots to Lightdorf's men back at the dungeon. The noble listens, his anger clearly showing. Do you take me for a fool, he demands? Or are you the fools? You either failed to get me the boots, or have been taken in by the simplest of ruses. Either way, I am not pleased. Captain, he says. The officer of the Sterling Guard steps forward. Take them away while I contemplate their fate. Let the fools wander my city, but do not let them out of your sight. Well, let's see, what can we sell? We can sell that. We can sell the Gromro helmet, because we have one better. I don't want the great sword. Yeah, nothing worth buying. What is this? 6 toughness? That'll come in handy. Okay. Well, let's level him up then. My battle rage. The Marauder has the ability to harness his rage, gaining an additional melee attack per battle level. This ability may only be used once per dungeon. Also, my new Grey Wizard, does not have Edge of Night, which is very upsetting, because it is... I think it's the best spell in the game. It allows you to basically one-shot any boss you come across. Oh, not one-shot, but take him out in one turn. But we do have a bunch of healing spells, between Healing Mist, Finger of Life, which only has a 50% chance of working, and Cure Small Wounds. Alright, let's go adventuring. Alright, the warriors and their jailers approach the city gates to find an opulent coach, painstakingly covered in golden filigree and emblazoned with the standard of Stirlin, depicting a skeleton blowing a horn. From the window, a familiar lace glove beckons the warriors closer. You're in my debt, and you must now make amends. Fail me in this, and my patience will be at an end. Herwig's cousin, the dashing Viscount of Drelheim, has had the unfortunate situation to be taken by bandits who have left him to die in a lair full of monstrous greenskins, he says with a smile that betrays his machinations. My guards, cowards that they are, refuse to rescue the Viscount. I need you brave adventurers to find him and bring him out safely. Of course, if you should only locate his ravaged corpse, then no one would blame you. After all, you'd have tried your best, yes? Without another word, the noble taps the ceiling of the carriage, and the driver cracks his whip. The carriage trundles down the road. The captain of the guard gives you a knowing smile. It's 12 leagues west of here. He gestures to the gate. You're free to go. Let's just see if there's anything worth grabbing. Scorched armor is okay. Toughness and pinning, I mean, it's only bonuses. We can also go to like Wolfsbach or Vorchdorf, because I did complete quests in both those directions, so they have been unlocked. And if that's recommended level 4, I might have enough level 4s to do it. Yeah, the Bright Wizard is level 4, the Marauder is level 4. Warrior Priests. Yeah, we can do it. So let's do this one, and then we'll call it an episode. I think. I remember when I started recording. We also have the Witch Hunter. No, this will do. Tanky, we have plenty of healing. Yeah, this will be fun. Alright. Dungeoneering is rarely a simple case of finding a magic sword hidden under the ground. Through no real fault of your own, your party has become pawns in a power struggle between two nobles. Somewhere in this dungeon is the lost, and no doubt, confused cousin of the Elector Count of Ostermark. You must hunt him down, and reading between the lines of Lightdorf's instructions, never let him see the light of day again. If you fail to do this, you incur the wrath of a very powerful enemy. Alright, well, let's boogie woogie. I will go to the right and hope it is the right direction. Off to a good start. May have messed up here. I wanted to position a little better here. So I'm not positioned well. Now there's more enemies. Fantastic. Alright. This might not be too bad. Alright, and our turn. Hopefully we don't get ambushed. Fantastic. Alright, Scourge of Chaos. Send him back. Yeah, back here would be fine. I was hoping he'd take out all the spiders by himself. That's okay too. Awesome. Alright, maybe I better take everybody out in one turn. This is going very well. Nice. Well. Was nice. I was really proud of that room clear too. It's like, oh hey, by the way, there's No, he might be able to take him out all by himself, which would be fantastic. Well, yeah, not quite. fireball him, we can continue on our merry way. +1 toughness. Think he would benefit from having that. Remember to always use your winds of magic each turn, because you don't keep them. That's really lame. Okay, well, this will be fine. If I can take him out with the bow on my Marauder, well, that would just be the best. Well, Fireball would also be fine. I hope my Dwarf can take this guy out. Oh no, he's got way too much health. Never mind. Well, he did a lot of damage, but yeah, it's not gonna do a lot for us. Also, my Dwarf does have the sturdy. Let's see what's different about these guys. So my Dwarf, he started off as sturdy. Maybe they always had sturdy. Also have Endure. The Armbreaker is able to ignore the wounds from a single blow that would normally knock him down. So if it knocks him to 0, he ignores it. Yeah, I think I showed off everything else. Alright, Scourge of Chaos. I want to send him back here after this guy. Let's fireball this guy. Then fireball this guy. That was inconvenient. Alright, another dead goblin. Always a good thing. How disappointing. Let's take this guy out. Perfect. I'll take out both the archers. Reduce the amount of attacks they get. Then just deal with the 2 bosses. Ooh. Son of a gun. Alright. It's not that bad. Well, it might be that bad. If I could hit. Oh boy, we're gonna be heading down a similar path. Same one that happened off camera. I'll take out the spiders because they can incapacitate your. Oh, I should have used Scourge of Chaos first. Whoopsies. Yeah, that would have helped out a little bit. But yeah, spiders can incapacitate your heroes, so if you can, always focus them. I didn't get a item for that. It's disappointing. Oh, so we'll get ambushed again. Perfect. Less perfect. Yeah, let's have him run in the center here. And hopefully he can take more of it. I should use Scourge of Chaos first thing. Keep forgetting to do that. Is this a dead end? Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. It's alright, we have seer wounds for a reason. Now he hit like a truck there. Fantastic. Come on, hit him. Ugh. I really want to finish him off this turn, but I also don't want to waste my reserves of magic. Luckily here I won't have to. Fireball. And Seer Wounds. Oh hey, no, this is the end. Alright, in the corner stood shivering, dirty, and half mad with panic, as a young man barely out of his teenage years. Or is a man, not as a man. He stumbles forward in his once fine clothes, now torn and dirty. At last, I knew my cousin would not let me down. You've come to save me, haven't you? In his hand he carries a bloody short sword. Perhaps surprisingly, this man is no courtly fop. He obviously knows how to handle a sword, or else he would have been killed long ago. If you're going to strike, now is the time. Will you fight the Viscount? No. Two of your warriors step forward to offer support and help the young noble out of the dungeon. Between sobs, he witters on how grateful he is that his father and cousin owe the adventurers a great debt of gratitude. He mutters on about how he knows where his captors took him and where his purse lies in the undergrowth. The adventurers discount this as babble from a madman deprived of water and food for too long. Yet, when they reach the surface, the young noble insists they follow him, and to the surprise of your party, they come across the Viscount's purse and a few belongings that were lost in the initial struggle. A horse is found close by, one of the Viscounts that didn't have the sense to run. The noble throws the warriors the purse and mounts his horse. I must get back to my lands quickly. It's best if we're not seen together for your own safety, by all accounts. There'll be repercussions for this outrage. You mark my words. I suggest you put some distance between yourselves and Wurtbad. The Viscount pulls on the reins and gallops away. Oh, we're not... Okay. I was like, am I still stuck in the dungeon? Let me out of here. Oh boy. A lot of experience. Alright, let's return back to Wurtbad, see if we have to confront the ruler. Nope. Perfect. Alright, anything worth buying? Find Warhammer, two-handed. Not what I want. Ooh. Can't afford it, but that'd be nice to have for my witch hunter. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, we will go to another town and see about pursuing more main quests. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.